That was something. Hey guys, welcome on in. Hello, good evening, guten Abend, konbanwa. What do you want to say? Welcome to the channel. I'm Geoff. You can call me Wags. And we do art here. I'm half of a creative team with my wife, Ashley. It's the G and A in WagWorksGA. And yeah, we like to make comics for kids. Here you'll see some of that. You'll also see some video game fan art and some just non-age specific slice of life comics we like to do from time to time. But welcome on in. I hope you're having a good night so far. I hope it's been a good week for you. It's Thursday, so we're heading into Friday. That's always a good thing. If you were here earlier when I started stream and then abruptly disappeared into the ether, technical issues. I was getting ready to come off a mute and greet y'all, and realized I'd forgotten to get my stylus, which on the Surface Studio laptop that I work on has a really convenient docking space, like underneath the keyboard. And I use like an artist table, work table here to kind of make a impromptu like artist palette, right? So I go, I'm like, all right, it's about time. Oh, I'll grab this before I start talking, and I lift it up, and it jars the USB cable that my webcam is on. So that just freezes in OBS, which happened last week when I was trying to test out playing games on the stream for a wind down at the end of our art session. So that freezes, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing my stream preview just go down completely. I'm like, oh no. So cut stream, one reboot later, and here we are. We're back. We're live. So no big deal, but it was a bit of an adventure getting here. Some nights are more one of those nights than other nights, and this is one of those nights apparently. But it's been a good day, good week. Can't complain. So we just work through the technical gremlins, right? That's what we do. Just booting up my art program of choice here, which for those of you who haven't been here before, I like to use Clip Studio Paint. It is great, especially for comics type work. Yes, it does a lot of great Photoshoppy type things. It does a lot of great Illustrator-y type things, and it does a lot of great InDesign type things, but you don't have to pay for it all the time. You can buy a perpetual license and just own it, and that's wonderful. Okay. So, Clip Studio is booted up. We're here. We're going. Let's hop on. So, well, before I hop over to Clip Studio window, we'll do warm up, right? And what I do for that is these guys. So we have quite a few of these guys, Pokemon cards at home, and I just pick one of them. And well, I pre-pick 4 to 6 of them, doing a great job right out the gate. I pre-pick 4 to 6 of them before stream, and then I randomly pick one of them, and that's the Pokemon that we're going to be warming up on. So we're going to pick you, Grookey. That's not really super clear, but yeah. So the grass type starter Grookey from Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's who we'll be doing. Let me grab a reference real quick, and then we'll hop on over to Clip Studio Paint and get started. Okay, let's... Sorry. Apparently I'm doing sound effects tonight, so, you know, be prepared. I'm gonna go ahead and label my layers. Reference. Scott, usually I wait till I started my warm-up timer before I do this, but this time I'm giving myself those extra precious seconds. I am gonna clear out this black just because it's a little distracting and blocks out kind of what we're trying to draw. Good. Sure, let's draw an orange warm-up tonight. I have not done that. Okay. So yeah, the warm-up is not going to be a finished piece of art. It's going to be a sketch, and maybe I'll start getting into pencils if I'm happy with how the sketch has come together. Starting on my timer real quick, or opening it up at least. Yeah, so I like to work in a pretty normal for comics and a lot of art workflow of a sketch or thumbnail then pencils, which is like a more detailed, cleaner looking sketch. Not final, but making a lot of your choices. And then I go to inks, which are the final lines, and from there I color, shade. If it's a comic, then you're gonna letter, do all that good stuff. But I'm not gonna get through any of those latter phases on this. This is just a fun warm-up. I'm gonna spend 5 minutes on it and just pump out a quick thumbnail sketch, maybe tighten it up a little bit, just to kind of, loosen up the arm, get thinking about art, get thinking about objects in a 3D space, working with characters, composition, and all that, just to kind of get it all, get all the roughness worked out as best I can before jumping into the main piece for the next couple hours. So I encourage you to draw along during this warm-up, if not the whole stream, but grab a pencil, paper, pen, whatever you got handy. Fire up paint if you want. You don't have to draw the Pokemon, just have fun with it, because that's what we're here for, right? And drawing is fun. So 5-minute timer starting now, and away we go. So first thing I do, I like to do my sketch layers in a non-black color, just to kind of mentally give that kind of feeling of, okay, it's it's not the final art. I'm just reminds me, I guess, it keeps me from getting a little bit too dialed in on things, stuff like that. Usually, it's got kind of that typical Pokemon bean-shaped body. So what I'm doing is drawing it upside down. What I like to do for Pokemon sketches, as you might know, is I like to draw them sleeping. It's a quick constraint that I do that kind of gives me a little bit of a creative limit, which is nice when you're working in a limited amount of time and don't really want to spend all your time thinking about what pose you're going to draw the Pokemon in. Granted, there's still a lot of room for adjustments and for kind of playing with that pose within a subset, but it's a convenient limitation. And I find it really helps kind of spark the creativity a bit and just get me going instead of spending forever trying to figure out, what should it be doing. So it's got a little bit almost like a oniony type thing going here. It's not quite a straight oval. It's actually comes to a bit of a point at the top. Clean that. Just get a little of these guys out, just for some clarity, so it doesn't become a chaotic, liney mess. I'm gonna draw this Pokemon sleeping upside down, hanging by its tail, because what better way for a monkey Pokemon to sleep, right? Maybe arms crossed instead of just like, that might be a little bit strange. It's almost like a little beak for the snout here. It's got kind of, yeah, okay, that's good. Kind of a little bit of that mask shape here. It does end before the ears come in. I may move those at a later time. That. So its legs are probably also gonna be like that. It's got kind of that. You should come in about here. I don't. It's funny. You get so used to like a handful of colors that you use to draw your sketch lines in. So now I am beginning to wonder if maybe it wasn't just me tipping my laptop and nudging the cable that caused OBS to disconnect. It seems, despite my best efforts, we're having a little bit of internet issue tonight. So we'll see how that all goes. I will do my best. If I disappear and it's before midnight, I will probably be back midnight Eastern time here in the States. Then I will probably be back. If it is after midnight, well, I will still probably be back. Just if not, at least to say good night. But that's not yet. Oh goodness. Yeah, are we online? Okay. Okay. And there's timer. But this is pretty good. This is a pretty good sketch, actually. I didn't get into pencils. I might have been able to if I hadn't gotten distracted by OBS internet issues. But by the way, if you're not familiar, OBS is just open source broadcast software. It's what I use for my stream. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm happy with this. You know, I do like to occasionally come back and finish out these guys. I made some progress on like a Growlithe one. I actually finished out a Hisuian Zorua piece, and I've been pretty happy with those. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this, so if I choose to, I could come back later. Today is the 11th. Yeah, that's right. Cool. So that's saved. There we go. Maybe just in case I'm doing this to myself, Okay. All right. That's good. We'll close this, and I'm getting ready then to hop on to our main work for tonight, which is continuing on our Kingdom Hearts 2 art that I'm working on, the illustration from the Twilight Town Clock Tower. Yeah, so for those of you who are just joining in new, I had brainstormed several ideas for a donation piece for the Games Done Quick marathon that happened last week, by the way. It was amazing. Games Done Quick weeks are some of my favorite weeks. And there were a lot of great runs, and it was super awesome. And they closed out raising, I think, north of $2.5 million for Doctors Without Borders. It's always so cool to see them help out these awesome causes. So I donated a piece for that, and that was, it ended up being, after brainstorming out about 12 ideas, narrowing it down to 6, doing some sketches, putting stuff up on Instagram, getting some thoughts from all of you out there, we ended up on the Sonic one, and this is what I finished, which I'll show y'all real quick. Yeah, I was happy with how this one turned out. I loved this game as a kid. I played a lot. The game being Sonic and Knuckles. So yeah, we actually got this printed on a blanket. It came out super cool. And we donated that blanket as a prize, and someone will win when they do the raffle. From their donation. So hopefully it was helpful to the cause. It was good. Anyway, but I really liked all the pieces. I had a really hard time deciding, and a lot of folks expressed some love for some of the other ideas I had, including this one, Kingdom Hearts 2 piece. Yeah, so I decided I would love to go back and finish some of these other ones too. If not for future donations, then just for fun, because I like them. And that is what I'm now doing. If you want to see how we got to here, there's the time lapse real quick. Oh, why am I doing this on this one? I should do it back. There we go. That's a little easier to see. Actually, original is even better. There we go. So that's how we got here. That's where we're at. Just drawing in the characters, and pretty happy with how it's coming along so far. So let's get back to it. And now that I've done my pencils layer with a little tighter sketches for everything, I definitely cleaned up the clock tower background quite a bit. It's not final, but you can see it looks a lot neater than like if I were to turn on this There we go. Like these layers, yeah, so you can see this was the original rough sketch, and it's a lot neater now that I've done some cleanup, reworked some proportions, and now I'm just drawing the final lines. I have one character completely lined, and I'm just working down the line next. And I'm doing them each in their own folder. It really helps to keep things organized, and this way, if I color in the background behind them, and if I do the characters on their own layers, it is so much easier if I need to tweak a position later. I don't have to redraw chunks of the background, which can be really painful. So, we got some references up here in my sub view. Well, these are for another project that I am working on. Got all kinds of disorganized, but we'll go with this one. I can navigate around from there as need be. Oh, and of course, but there you are. Hainer is right there. Cool. Don't forget to label. Hop over to my thinner, more textured brush. Was this one a 15 as well? Gotta make sure I change my line color. And here we go. Cool. Alright. Might turn that to get a little better, thicker line. Definitely finding with some of these angled tips, brush tips, that I have to kind of manipulate the image a little bit to get better control on the thickness of the brush. But I really like this brush for its texture, so I don't want to change it. That's pretty good. I love that the OBS issues. I've got like 3 different live announcements I'm looking at in my chat preview right now. It's good times. Okay. His hair is definitely curvy, yet also spiky. It does kind of come at that. I'll rotate the brush a little bit. Thicker line. Excuse me. So it's clearly coming over. Bump that down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, one of the easy tricks to remember for giving a sense of depth is thicker lines always come to the front. Don't think that's a huge secret, but if you weren't using that before, it's super helpful. And alright, yeah, I like to do a lot of my figuring out the details in the pencils layer, so that I can be focusing a bit more on quality of line when I get to the inks phase. That's just me. I know a lot of other artists will still keep their pencils pretty loose, and then only really dial in on the details when they get to those final lines. But I guess I like to make my lines, my inking process a little bit, a little more zen. Like I'm just kind of focusing on a little bit of tracing, but really nailing down the line quality. Okay, I should move these guys up. Give him a little more forehead. So that it kind of comes down like that. So these kind of crazy lightning bolt hairs that Nomura did on this design. Those guys. Okay, you're pretty good there. Nudge these back. This is the advantage of working in vector, is I can just, if I decide these are a little bit much, I can just scooch them back. That's pretty nice. I do enjoy that. Gonna make his forehead just still a little bit bigger just by scrunching these eyes down. They are closer to the nose in the reference art anyway. Still got a pretty young face. Nose can be squished down a little bit too. Pretty good. Okay. Bring that up a little higher. There we go. But we'll do our best. That's for sure. Let's cross mark that. Nope. Wait. Nope. That's what I was wanting. Okay. That's what I was wanting. We'll get there eventually. Kind of throw this guy down a little bit. Just a touch or two. Pardon me. Okay. I went the wrong way and think that's what was wrong. Okay. There we go. It's like, why is this so thin? That's why. Because I went the wrong direction. Cool. Cool. All right. So thank you anybody who's still hanging on there trying to watch the stream with the technical issues. I do not know what's happening with our internet right now, but it's super obnoxious. Usually we have at least some luck if I reboot the router before stream, which I did. And tonight it just seems that it's cranky. It's just like, no. I know you did the thing, but I don't want to cooperate. We will do our best, because that's really, when it comes down to it, all I can do. I do not control the internet. What kind of crazy superpower would that be these days, huh? Alright, let's get to you. Oh, hold on. Let's get this knee in first. Can I bump it up slightly? 17 isn't gonna be too much. Probably not. I think it'll be fine. Let's try that again. Hit that edge and then up a little cleaner there. Okay. Pretty good. All right. I can knock the brush size back down since that is probably the foremost element in his design. Hand. Okay. So that's gonna come in here. You got kind of this thing with the buttons. There's a pocket in here, so I might move this thing, move this kind of lapel-ish thing in just a wee bit, or over a little bit, just to make sure that I leave room for the pocket so it's not too scrunched in there. And I'll probably want to move the collar in as well. Probably on both sides now that I think about it. Kind of a little bit off there. Oh, come on. Better. All right. Scooch this guy in a little. Probably there. Clean that up, clean that up, clean that up. Yep. Okay, good there. Actually, I can just scooch pretty much all of you in, huh? Which makes sense given the pose, in my opinion. Okay, so actually I'll just, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, make this guy a little bit short. good. Cut that kind of right there. Okay. Let's bring this guy back up here a little bit. Okay, give a little clearer edge to all this. Actually, let's let this end right here. That comes in there. All right, now that all pretty well makes sense. Get a little tighter here. There we go. All right. Give that a little bit of dimension and weight to it. Okay. Some of those. All right. Come back to our original brush size here. That. Right, now did I successfully make room for the pocket though is the question. I don't know if I did. So let's try this. So it's gonna come in kind of like it's up here. That kind of shape going to it, right? And then square bottom. It's gonna come like this. It's a little scratchier than I like, but I can work with it. All right, it comes kind of flush at the bottom, but the sides are, there we go. Okay, so there's that. So then this lapel will come in here. And this would come in like this. With buttons that are, you know, consistent in size and, yeah, okay. Better. Alright, well, dare I say, maybe our internet woes have given us a moment of respite. That would be nice. Like that there, and so if I do this, if I make this a little bit tighter there, and then maybe, and then move you over once again. These should be about equal height, yeah. Okay. Sometimes things work out real great in your sketch, and then when you start coming down to it, you're like, oh, hold on, how was I gonna fit that again? That's okay. Stick with it. Stick with it is what I say. If I've learned one thing, it's that when you stick with your pieces, it pays off. That's not to say there aren't times when you should probably just cut your losses or accept that like it's good enough and move on, but I've definitely seen so much of how spending the time to refine my work has really made a difference. Yeah, even just looking at the Sonic piece, right? Like I'd felt I was pretty well done with it when I wrapped Stream you know, a few days before it was due. But then I came back to it just real quick over the weekend, and it turns out, just like you know, it wasn't a crazy amount of time that I spent on it. Maybe half an hour, an hour. It really paid off. Like, it was so much better for that little bit of extra time that I put into it. Try this little popsicle. Maybe he should also have eaten some of it, now that I think about it. He'll have eaten. We'll go with the story being that he has eaten more of it. Just a tick. Vector art is great. I don't have to redraw the line a million times. I just need to move this vertex so it crosses the line. Yay! Look how easy. Nope. Look away. Look away. Everything's fine. Dear viewer. Dear viewer. Everything's fine. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, you know, those kids just sitting on the clock tower with their popsicles and the sea salt ice cream, and it's just, you know, it's a little bit dangerous out there, but they're good kids, bless them. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. I'm just having fun. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the pocket that would be on this side, actually this pocket also should probably be bigger, shouldn't it? And not like right up on the seam here. So let's fix that. Apparently I'm a wee bit scattershot tonight. It's been one of those weeks where it's like, it's a good week. It's just been real busy. I've been a little bit all over the place. So I definitely am feeling a little bit more, I guess, mentally tired, a little loopy this week, but it's all for good reasons, which is nice. Yeah. Who's that? What is this necklace? It's just like an X. Some kind of setting here, and then it just kind of comes up like that. I should probably knock that brush size down a little bit because it doesn't need to be huge. It's gonna be like one of those details that's just sort of there. Just sort of there quietly. Let's see if I can get in tiny enough on this brush. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's try it again. that in. Oh man, I love this mix of this song. Cosmo Canyon, anyone? Actually, hold on. Let's go, you know. There we go. So yeah, that vest is gonna cut off like right around there. And then it's just the tank top, which I'll carry in here. It'll be pretty dark, but I'll just add a little wrinkle line there. Okay. Drop those in. Actually, so it seems like these side parts come out like that, and then you got kind of overlaps this one. Oh man, kind of overlaps is the worst. It's just hard to get it precise. We'll go like that. Okay. This one maybe actually kind of... It doesn't really make physical sense though. Okay, that works for me. Okay. Back this down a little bit. Janos, hey! It is good to see you. It's been a little while, huh? How you doing tonight? Alright, I got this kind of... Okay, definitely the X pattern on there. Eugh. So it's probably pretty clear to you right now. I may have a little bit of lag going on tonight, Janos. I do not know what's up with my internet. Oh no, your head... Oh, head had an unexpected trip to the floor. Okay. Maybe it's just my stream preview is lagged a bit. I'm seeing it, but that's okay. I'm glad if there's not much lag. That's awesome. What happened to your head though? Oh my gosh, are you okay? You fainted. Whoa. Has that happened to you before? Okay, not real happy with. Okay, get rid of you. Let's start again. It's a first. You think? Well, let me tell you. I have fainted when I have to fast for a blood draw. I have been known to occasionally faint. In fact, one time it happened twice. I fainted, woke up, and fainted again. And the nurses said they had never seen that before, so I feel like maybe I'm going to call that impressive. I don't know. But what happened? How did you faint? Okay, yeah, so let's do like this. Like not waste a whole bunch of real estate on these straps on the shoes. Just kind of, come on, Geoff. There we go. These guys in here. What is happening? Alright, let's try this again. Let's try again. Right, because they're gonna mostly be. So the shoe's gonna come out like this, right? And then like there's just gonna be this whole, like the front section of the shoe is gonna be here, with the bottom being like here, maybe. So some kind of neurological issue where the brain goes into a panic and doesn't get enough oxygen trying to fix the problem. And it usually happens when eating isn't a prominent factor in our lives. Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Do you sometimes have you been known by friends and family to sometimes get a bit cranky when you're hungry? I mean, everyone gets a little hangry, right? Sometimes, but like perhaps a pronounced crankiness? Because it was definitely a thing for me, especially when I was younger. Although I guess I'm told a bit now it can happen. Okay, this is better. Cool. Although these straps are also closer together. Yep. Darken the ones we want. I'll erase out the ones I don't like. And maybe also change my mind a dozen times. But that's okay. You're chilling and cleaning as you grab one of your swords. Went to grab the sheath, but sadly decided to fall off. So instead you end up grabbing right onto the blade and just cut your hand open. Anyhow, it wasn't too panicked. Handled it well, but just the idea, I think, sent me to a minor shock for no good reason. Okay, yeah. I could see how that would be the case. So you stabbed yourself in the leg with a knife, and also cut your hand on the sword blade. Sharp edges do not seem to be your friend, my friend. But I'm sorry that happened. In case it wasn't clear, that sucks, and I hope you're all right. It's similar feelings during blood work, which isn't too surprising when I put it together. Yeah. Yeah, it's so. For you? Is it a thing then if you like donate blood or give blood work and you haven't fasted, like, you're okay, but then like if you have fasted, it's a big issue? Oh no, you're worried about fainting again because you're still not feeling the best. So, well, I would recommend getting some food or something. I don't know what your sugar situation is if you're sensitive to it, but if you're not sensitive to it, a quick sugar hit usually can help. At least for me, in those situations, it can. The actual solution, the next time after I fainted the double time, the solution that they found was like, they brought me the little juicy barrel that they bring for kids. This is like as a 20-something-year-old grown up, they're just like, here you go. So I just like, I would lay down when they took the blood sample, and then yes, they would give me the juicy barrel, and I always bring a snack, and that usually can help stave it off. Also, a cold washcloth on the forehead can also help to kind of reset the system a little bit. Has a lot to do with food and blood pressure. Yeah. Yep. That sounds a little familiar, my friend. But copious amounts of vitamins and sugar. Don't worry. Anyway, I'm good. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you're doing okay. Just before we jump completely off that train, I'm glad you're doing okay, and yeah, hope you get what you need to feel all right. Yeah, but I'm good. It's been a good week, but just a week where I also have been a little bit all over the place and busy, and lots of little factors that kind of limit sleep, so I'm a little bit tired, but I'm good. Yeah, honestly, you missed some real fun internet gremlins we had earlier, where it just kind of got bounced off a stream 4 times. So if that happens again, I will attempt to come back as long as we have internet. If I don't come back, that means we just completely lost internet. But I will at least formally sign off when I'm wrapping up for the night. Yeah. So that's about where I'm at. Just gonna thicken some of these lines a little bit. Bring this one forward a little bit. Okay. I don't know why I drew that in such a small brush size. I should thicken that just a wee bit more. I am excited. We've been I'm almost finished with the sample pages for our graphic novel project. Because there's an agent that we have a chance to submit to, but it was like a couple months ago while we've been wrapping up some stuff, and life has been a little bit crazy, so I want to get that to the agent as quickly as we can. So I'm wrapping up the sample pages to finish the pitch packet, and that'll be really awesome. And I'm also getting to work on a pet portrait. I mean, not quite commissioned. If we offered it as like a prize for a raffle for a drawing, and someone won it, and so working on that as well. And that's fun. I like the pet portraits. They're cute. And who doesn't want to see cute pets? Alright, so we'll do this guy here. I'm just gonna draw it like that because it's weird to draw it the other way. There's kind of this like back arch there, down the heel, and then it's You still there, buddy? Just making sure you're okay. It's okay if you're AFK or need to do something else, but I just want to double check and make sure no fainting has occurred. That's pretty good. Man, I thought I was home free on this guy. I was like, oh, the shoes, right? They're cool though. I love the cool shoes. And all the little detail and stuff that Nomura, as a character designer, tends to add in. I mean, insert joke about 1,000 zippers, but say what you will. I truly believe there's a certain coolness to the characters that Tetsuya Nomura draws. That didn't quite line up right. Move this down. Okay. Oh right, the heel here comes down like this a little bit, so you can see like a little bit of his heel. Janos, you there? You okay, bud? Just gonna keep asking till I hear from you. Well, it's a pretty small detail. I will probably end up adjusting it at some point in the future, but maybe not tonight. Okay. Now the one thing I need to look at though is, did I end up making a lot thicker lines on this, on Hainer than on Pence? Slightly. So let's look on the big picture. Okay. No, I wish I noticed that a little bit sooner. But what I can do, like, I'm not without options here. What I think I'd like to do is I'm gonna go with kind of the lighter line effect that I've got on Pence. I like what I did here, so I'm gonna make a backup. And I think I'm just gonna, this is another reason that vector art is great, is you can just adjust the line width. And I'm gonna narrow it. I think 2 is probably gonna be about right. I can make my brush size bigger. Hey Janos, if you're there, if you happen to have bopped away and are just coming back, if you could, let me know so I know you haven't fainted again and that you are in fact okay. That would be awesome. I know I don't expect people to be present in stream all the time, and I know sometimes Janos hops out, but just want to make sure, if possible. So yeah, I'm not in fact coloring green all over my stuff, in case that wasn't clear. This is just the highlighter that shows the area under which Clip Studio is going to look for any kind of vector lines, and then it will reduce the thickness of said vector lines for you. And I could probably just do it like this too, honestly. I don't need to be quite so precise. Yeah, I've been playing around lately with easing off a bit on my line weight, which is a little bit of a hard-fought battle for me, but I like when I've done some of the pieces I've done where I've done that. All right, I think we're there. All right, that wasn't too hard. That was pretty painless. Okay. Save you. Always save your work. Just gonna go ahead and say that. Okay. I like where this is at on Hainer. We're about 11:20 right now. Internet's been stable, thankfully. Excuse me. Sorry. Well, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop on to be right back real quick. I need to use the bathroom, grab some water, because I forgot to get some earlier. Yay, you're back. Okay, I was hoping you had just stepped away. Oh, your phone died. I'm glad you're okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I was just checking in on you to make sure you hadn't passed out again. Since you said you were concerned about that and it was quiet for a bit. I know you sometimes can hop out and stuff, but I'm glad you're all right. Yeah. I mean, it's happened to some people that I've heard of. They've fainted twice in a row. It's good times. Yeah. Actually, it's funny. You are the second person I've heard about in the last couple of days that has a sharp edge related injury in recent days. Everyone is okay though, thankfully. No foul play involved. Okay. This is good. So yeah, Janice, what I was gonna do, I was actually gonna hop on break here for just a minute or two, so I can use the bathroom and grab a little bit of water. So I'm gonna do that, but I'll be right back. About 2 minutes, guys, and we'll keep going. We'll start drawing in the next character. Yeah, I think that sounds like a plan. So see you guys in a couple of minutes. Sit tight and have a nice break. All right, we're back, and I remembered to unmute, or more like I clicked the button and it actually registered, and I'm unmuted. Yeah, we're taking this one day at a time. This whole streaming thing, pretty new to it. It's only been a year. Hey, thanks. I hope you had a good break. I did. Grabbed a quick snack, a little bit of water. You know how it goes. All right. Where was I? I was not drawing with brush size 15 anymore. That's What is this track? Oh, nice. Okay. That's sounded familiar. Alright, so we're moving on to Olette. Hey, that actually was queued up in the right order. Nice. Alright, so just remembering not to let my brush get away from me. So Janice, are you working on any art tonight? That came out really weird. I don't know I held that N for so long. Too much on that one. There we go. Oh, so is it your drawing hand? Oh no. My hand is incapacitated, so the answer is yes. Are you working on it despite? Oh no. That was a very, yeah, that was not the brightest question I've ever asked. That's okay. Alright, so there. Actually, just a little more of a gentle curve up. There we go. Yes. Wait, are you serious though? Because I realized that it was not perhaps a bright question, but I'm working on a piece and it's called Ow, 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 Why Did I Do This? You're very serious. Nothing can slow this hand down. Wait. Except for a sword? Do not quote that. Oh, you're so lucky that I never put in the time to put in a quote function on this channel. I mean, you know, I could just write it down, like, channel quotes and .txt. Save it for later. I mean, to be fair, yeah, I was gonna say you would be in good company with that quote. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. Oh man, I tell you what. As you know, a day job working father of two, I'm amazed I haven't said more like just ridiculous stuff. Well, accidentally ridiculous. The ridiculous kind of just comes out anyways. Yeah. Why? How have I not? Sorry, I don't know where I went there for a second. Just trying to figure out, like, oh, why is it not more ridiculous? But hey, we're plenty ridiculous, right? Right? One of these days, I will say, Janos, you're gonna you're gonna join in on stream, and I'm just gonna be wearing the googly eyes. It's going to happen at some point. I have not procured them yet, but just you wait. I will say, I'm very proud of us. We haven't, I mean, I know it's been a few weeks at least since you've been in, but I know even during those streams that you'd been in more recently, we hadn't fallen into our usual bit. We gave it a nice little bit of rest at least, you know? It is, yeah, we haven't been doing the did that we haven't did recently. That's the one. I mean, it's still solid. It's still pretty solid. It's translated into my personality or personal life. I started doing the did to others. You know, that also could be a quote. Just saying, if we had a channel quotes, starting to do the did to others might be another one. How many people, Janos, would you say you've done the did to? I have no idea where this is going, but it's kind of fun, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. What do I do? I didn't really need to draw that part of the hair yet because it's just gonna turn off. Oh, great. Okay. Ooh. All right, come on. Actually come in here probably, and then am I just trying to get you to say little things? No, but I was trying to think of a very obviously like trying to lead you into a way to respond to that, and I just could think of nothing. So missed opportunity. But now I am just picturing you like at work and like, your boss is like, hey, have you completed that report yet? In an email, and you reply with, yes, I done did the did report. I done did the did report. I did the do that you did done asked me to do. And then promotion. Boom. Easy, right? Up a little bit there. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Oh, you know what I did? Speaking of doing the did, I did the do where I did the draw on the wrong layer. But I can fix this problem. Why am I using my mouse for this? What am I doing? There we go. Cut and paste you onto a different layer. Start a new folder. And then you will go in here. Whee! Okay. Problem solved. Boom. Yes, I done did the did before doing the didn't do. Now we're back. It's hilarious though. This Wii Shop channel music started like the second OBS like notified me that it disconnected. It's just like da, 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 while I was waiting for everything to come back. So at least there was humorous timing in that. I don't know what's happening with our internet tonight. Yeah, usually when I unplug or reboot the router before stream, I'm golden. I'm good. But tonight, no. Tonight I've had no fewer than 4 disconnects. The first one I thought was just me like jostling a USB cable and giving OBS a bit of a time. But no, it's just been going. We're gonna do our best though. That's all we can really do. Okay, but you can hear me now, right? We're live. OBS tells me we're live. We'll see. Just typing in chat in case the stream that I'm seeing is not up for everybody. But I think we're good. Okay. Well, this is turning out to be a highly entertaining night, huh? Thank you. Good to be back. It's just one of those nights. Just one of those nights. That's what can you say? WagWorksGA. Welcome back. Oh, you said laggy. I totally misread that at first. You know, it's amazing that we're just discovering that joke works so well now, because it definitely does. Yeah. All right. Well, okay, what are we at? We're at like 11:40 right now. I'm gonna keep going for a few minutes, persevere, see what we got, in terms of keeping this going, finishing out or working some more on the lines, at least for a few more minutes. We'll see, and then maybe wrap up, head to just chatting or something fun. I might have one thing in mind to test out later if you know, if we're in a place where stream is just kind of bouncing off on stability anyway. I'm like, well, can always experiment on stuff. Actually, let's fix that a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good. This arm should probably come in more here. So is it actually lagging super bad, or are we pretty good? Pretty good timing wise. Pretty stable for now. Okay, because I'm looking at everything in the stream manager, and it seems okay. Saying things are stable, bitrate looks good. you know, sometimes you're coming along or you think everything's great, and then boom, Wii Shop channel music, you're offline. I don't know if you caught that part. It was, but right when OBS disconnected me, was when the Wii Shop music channel came on. Just kind of listening while I was waiting. It gave me a good laugh. you know? Necklace right here. Goodness gracious, come on. Okay, let's check this. Pencils off. All right, the line thickness and like weight looks pretty consistent. That's good. Okay. Good so far. All right. Continuing. I'm seeing the Core Toons announcement in chat, and it was cool. We had a chance to meet up. We had a little break over the summer, but we had a chance to meet up with some of our fellow Core Toonists and kind of discuss what we want to do for season 2. I'm pretty excited for it. It's good. It's good to see everybody again. I really like our group of artists, writers, however you want to organize us or define us, but yeah, I'm excited to see all the things that we make together this upcoming comic season, I guess. So probably bring that down a little bit, because yeah, that arm seemed a little not quite right. Actually, what I should do is, well, I'll put her behind Hayner still. I'm gonna turn his layer off and just make sure I'm actually drawing Alette like all the way, because then, you know, it's a little easier if I need to make adjustments. I don't have to be constantly redrawing. Thank you, WagWorksGA bot, for letting me know I'm live 8 minutes after I came back. Sometimes the Stream Elements bot isn't quite sure what's going on, but it's okay. It's good. Nothing against the fine folks at Stream Elements. Okay, that seems good. I might... Alright, let's try this. Have to come over, that's okay. Whoop, too far. Let's see if this is what I actually want to do. It is. Good deal. Okay. I like that face a little better. Cool, cool, cool. Just a little bit of cleanup. So coming in a little bit more. Okay. That all seems pretty good. You were sketching around quite a bit. What are you sketching tonight? Okay, I can bring Hainer back in at least. Your hand is in copious amounts of Jano, stop, please. Don't do this to yourself. Think of the children. Oh man, did we drop stream again? It looks fine. Okay. Okay, it's just my preview. All right. That's good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know I'm not crazy. When you put it that way, you know you want to accelerate past the speed limit for the children. OC memes for a friend group. Oh, that's fun. I think that's some of the I think that friend group art is some of the most fun art you can do, honestly. I actually just found a little comic that one of my friends did for to like summarize basically a week that we're hanging out over the summer in college. And it was amazing. It was the best. Like, it still to this day brings like smiles and laughter and memories to my face. So it was really nice to see. Oh gosh, no. It's weird he told me to think of the children. I don't know why I heard Anakin's voice, but you know. Oh, I hate that too, when there's the cut. Yeah, and you can feel it, the open and close. I mean, I'm assuming you have at least a band-aid over it or something. I've become a big fan of liquid band-aids sometimes, if it's not a big cut. Because it actually forms like a seal that like sits over the injury. It's pretty good. All right. I'm gonna save. We got 10 minutes till I would be wrapping things up. So let's hop over here real quick. Okay. Hey. All right. So yeah, Geoff, I don't know if you saw last year. Let's try that again. Okay, last week I streamed on Wednesday, because 4th of July, and also because it happened to be my exact 1 year stream anniversary. So yes, I am. This is my 53rd stream. Good times. Last year, certainly did see. Can't miss it. Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, I want to do something fun to celebrate, something a little bit different, like not something I'm gonna do every stream, but just try something fun. And so I was like, I know I'm gonna actually play a game on Twitch. Like, who would ever have thought of doing that? But I did not plan it out like at all. And so I went to plug in the USB controller, and it just like OBS could not handle it. It like, I jostled the camera wire, so my camera froze. Like, my whole setup just like, yeah, it was something. It was pretty funny. I was able to get it back to finish stream at least. Like, I had re-added the camera on a different scene, and it worked out okay. But it was didn't go. But then I just tested it like after stream. I'm like, what happened there? Why did it die? And I think it actually, it just, OBS doesn't like it when you add new, USB things, especially if your camera is the USB thing. So apparently that was the issue. Crazy anniversary stream, reminding your viewers since the start, nothing ever works on the LagWorks channel. Truly nostalgic. Welcome to LagWorks. You can call me Laggy. But what if? But what if it actually worked? What if? Oh man, but I love this song. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. So hear me out. You'd unfollow if something actually worked. Leave me behind forever. Okay. So, we've got like 7 minutes. You lose interest in your core fans who come to see you at 60 frames per whenever. 60 frames per hour, baby. It's we're there. 60 frames an hour. No. So let's try this. I have turned off the music on purpose. Something has not broken at this moment, believe it or not. It was intentional. The call was coming from inside the house. 60 frames per I quit, effective immediately. No. That would be fun. We should have a frame rate command in the chat, and then it just comes up with random stuff like that for the frame rate. That would be pretty fun. Okay. I am going to try to actually play a few minutes of Celeste on stream, because I wanted to do it last week and I didn't get the chance to, and now I'm going to do it for this last couple of minutes. And I'm assuming what's actually going to happen here is I'm going to boot it, and then OBS will die and everything will go black. The power will go out for this entire block of our city. But if it doesn't, that's cool too. And I'll just play for a few minutes and we'll wrap up a little after midnight. So I'm going to try it. This is why I have stream preview up too, is I can actually see if it fails miserably. That's why the power went out when I drove by once. Oh yeah, it's just my lag field. I don't really know. All right, things could get weird. We're gonna see. I'm watching stream preview. Okay. Not bad so far. All right. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this real quick. So I can see you in chat over here. The living embodiment of lag. When he's near people, they suffer. No. All right. So we're gonna go try. I'm just gonna see if this even picks up in my OBS. 3, 2, 1, maybe. Oh no, not at all. It does. There's no picture whatsoever. That's cool. How do I do this? Can you hear the audio though? Nice chessboard. I moved my knight to E3. E3 doesn't exist anymore. They don't do E3. Can you hear it? Well, this is hilarious. Well, this is good times. Okay. All right. Well, now we know. Now we know that this doesn't quite work the way that I intended to. Okay. So, we're back here. That's okay. It was a fun experiment. E3 exists in the WAG world. Or should I say the lag world? I miss my wife, Tails. Wait, are you saying your wife whose name is Tails, or is this like Sonic talking to Tails? I feel like this is a reference that I'm saying. It's a reference to a stupid song. That's I've probably seen it and just have a vague recollection of the wording. It sounded familiar. It sounded familiar. Okay. It just goes, I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot. And flies off. Oh no. Does he? I was just looking for a chance to use my GDQ emotes, so I'm gonna wee. That's my best response. Yeah, I feel like maybe I have seen that one. It's a good one. I'm gonna put music back on now. There we go. That is cursed. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. It's all good. Well, this has been a fun night full of things not working as intended. But you know what? You know what? It's all good. There's no problems. No problems. Do I have to do something in Steam, maybe? Maybe we're not to, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. That's okay. Alright. Well, you know what? I was going to hang out and chat for a minute or two here before we wrapped up. There's Sonic on Adderall. I mean, with that... Oh, well, it wouldn't help him. I've gone down a spiral. It feels good to finally get back in a stream, though. So what's been going on? Actually, I didn't even ask. Like, it's been a while since I've seen you. What have you been up to? Went on vacation. Oh, yeah, you did mention you were going on vacation. That I recall. I came back and just got super busy, and now you're fainting and figuring things out for Dad's sake. You did mention that. I'm sorry. I know it's hard. I hope all is well, or as well can be with that. Just so you know, thinking about you, hoping all's good. A lot of art too. That's very nice. Wait, so you're going to approach a colleague and ask if you can draw them? I don't feel like I've ever been brave enough to do that. Be like, I just want to draw you. Well, okay. Sorry, I'm just like imagining like a whole scenario playing out in my head. Yes, well, when you put it like that, it sounds kind of creepy. I'm sorry. I'm, a bit of an introvert when I'm not in front of a webcam, and somehow there's a distinction. But yeah, so the social interactions I tend to play out, like, I don't know if that's comfortable. I'm afraid of the million ways that people could take things that I just don't want to ask them. I'm also like sometimes afraid just to draw my friends, because I'm like, what if you don't like it? What if you're like, this is how you see me? How horrible. Just heavy breathing over the shoulder. Can I draw you? I think the only thing that could make that creepier is like, can I draw you again? I want to put your features on my paper. You're magnificent. But like, depending on your style, like some of that stuff is like a really nice memento for people, right? Like a really nice pencil sketch with like the shading. It can be very like professional, very very flattering. So like, again, it doesn't necessarily have to be creepy. I just, for some reason, my brain just goes to, you know, that side of it, worrying about it. I no longer want to ask this colleague. No. Listen, if you feel like it's a safe thing, and if you can approach them, and if you have like a good, solid relationship with this colleague, don't let me stop you, because my brain tends to automatically go to the potentially most embarrassing situation, and also sometimes the most funny situation. So you know your workplace and coworker better than I do. So don't let me discourage you, man. It could also be that, like, I was wondering when you were going to ask. Well, as long as I'm not on for sniffing them down and asking to put their features on my tablet with the raspy voice. It's true, you know, the raspy voice, I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend. I'm sorry. I'm just, my brain is just generating file. Like, I'm picturing like ducking out from behind like a trash can or file cabinet, and then like a weirdly high voice like, "Can I draw you?" I'm going to follow you home for a reference. Oh no. So do you like, are you gonna ask if you can like take a picture to draw, or are you gonna like have them sit for a portrait session or a caricature session? That could be fun. If you like doing caricature art, you could always offer to do, you know, at a social function for the group. Be like, I'll do caricatures of everybody. Although I do feel like that can backfire. Again, that could just be my my self-consciousness coming in there. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'll just follow them home. No worries. Stalk their social media. I mean, that would be one way to do it. You get a picture, is just look at their social media and then do that. But I do feel like you're on the right track with asking someone and letting them know that this is your intent. Yeah. True, not creepy at all. No. Hey, you want to see these sketches I drew of you? I just spent a few hours on your Facebook page last night. Yeah, you're right. I don't think that's the way to go either. I think it's just like, hey, would you like a portrait? Is there something about this particular colleague that like that makes you want to draw them? Spend hours getting your cheeks right. Want some candy? Just come to my portrait van. No. Sorry, I was what in particular makes you want to draw them? Oh, the hair, like a uniquely dyed hair. That's cool. Or I could go the other way and say because they smell nice. I want to see if I can draw the smell. It's the truest challenge of an artist. Yeah, I do. I'm a huge fan of the fact that like colored, like dyed hair are so much more common these days. I love it, and one of these days, I would love to work up the courage to do that, to color my hair. Although I don't have, the length of hair where it looks quite as cool, but I guess it's just I'd love to be included thing. Let's see. Okay. What are we at? We're at 12:08 a.m. Eastern Time. It's about that time. Don't worry, you have an idea? Okay, I've got to hear the idea. And also, is this the idea for approaching the person for the portrait or for dyeing hair? I'm curious. I was like, put on the googly eyes. Can I draw you? I like how I have the Moogle pom-pom on top of my head when I sit like this. It's just about perfect. Don't mind me, I'm just vibing. It's cool. Janos, you're leaving me hanging. What's the idea? Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay. We back. Yes. I walk up to her with googly-eyed glasses. Ahem. Excuse me, madam. As I say in a raspy voice. I have my hood on for added effect. It's come to my attention. You have excellent facial figures. I now sit on all fours and approach fast as not to speak to female. My friend has recommended to me that I stalk you home and draw you. Could you sign this consent form to let me experiment with your face? I'll give you candy. I offer a week-old open candy to appeal. Then I follow up with, wait, why am I in handcuffs? Yeah, that sounds legit. I think the googly eyes are definitely the key. I mean, they're so friendly. How can you not just agree? Of course. All fours. Oh, I can't tell whether it's a comedy or a horror movie, but I love it. With the googly eyes all together. And I'm just trying to imagine like a trailer for like a horror movie called just like Googly. It doesn't. I can't see it working. It's all good. All right, my friend. think it is that time. The Googly Eyed Artist 2024. This is definitely going to become a trend in this stream, I can tell. Wait, what's the trend? The Googly Eyes? Or the draw? Okay. All that aside. Yeah, I'm going to wrap things up here just so I can, you know, try to get myself to sleep at a semi-reasonable hour for me. Let's see. But yeah, so that's gonna do it. I think tonight, as much as I'm enjoying hanging out with Janos, it's getting late for me. But hopefully I'll see you next time. Hopefully your hand will be completely healed up for you. That would be good, or as healed up as it can be. Remember, kids, if a stranger runs to you on all fours and asks to draw you, you'll probably be fine, but still run and scream that candy's gross. Yeah. But yeah, I hope all is well. I hope the fainting ends, and you, yeah, I hope all is better for you, my friend. I hope you have a good rest of your night and a good week. And yeah, everybody else, anyone who's been watching, either here on Twitch, if you've stuck with me through all the ups and downs with OBS tonight, thank you. Thank you. It's not been easy. If you're watching on YouTube, this is spliced together and you didn't have to do anything, so hey. I'm glad. Hopefully it made more sense spliced together. It's been a fun night, guys. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Thanks again for watching. Happy to have you here. Happy to share with you guys. Janos, it's always a joy. I'm going to go draw a hooded figure on all fours with googly eyes now. I mean, yes, as you do. As you do. If you post it anywhere, please tag me. We're WagWorksGA on virtually everything, though we don't really go on X anymore. No, the pleasure's mine. It's just, yeah, it was fun to talk to you. Thanks, I appreciate it. It's nice to get a chance to chat. Hopefully, I'll see you again next week. Yep. All right, that does it, guys. Thanks and good night. Bye.